well, she's got like 30% left, but she's about to have 100% left.
Yeah. Now you're not going to put that back out on the platform, though.
We'll do early access like we did last time, so that like you guys would get in, and you guys can get your shares back, and yada yada yada.
So we'll have to literally go through the process and click it and swap it and walk between the spires. Definitely wants to run some more.
Well, pretty much we just went away. During the week he was giving all the right signs, and we just want to be more careful, cautious about making the decision. And so far, I mean, a lot of people asking. It's fair, you know.
So will he train here tomorrow?
He will.
And then
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
What kind of confidence will you go into the Preakness with? Now that you've won the Derby.
Jenny, I think just because of the fact that he has only 4 starts, and usually they tend to get better with the races, especially after the 3rd, the 4th, like in this. I think he's in a good momentum. That gave us a bit of confidence. It's a short space between races. He's going to go on a band now. Every day is crucial. We're paying attention to the details. But
you had a great tweet yesterday with a picture of you with Wayne Lucas, both of you with Wayne Lucas.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
well,
He's won it 7 times, I think it is.
yes, we
6, 7.
we want to just stop by and salute him and showing the admiration that my dad and I both feel about him. And he was, just like we imagined, very nice. And he gave a couple of advice about when to ship and who to use and that kind of thing. And he actually liked the horse before the race, he told us. He wanted to say something about the horse to us. And he said, I didn't know you guys, but I was watching your horse. It was doing so good. And I knew he was going to run well. Yeah, that's that kind of horsemanship, like, you know, second to none. It's like the eyes when they're in the track. I mean, I think every trainer, it's automatic. You know, they go and they say, "Oh, that one's good and good." You know, it's. I think they're like my dad and I try to do the same. It's like I don't think we will ever lose that.
He's had a magnificent week of training. Gustavo is just really pleased and over the moon of how he's come back. He's shown all the positive signs, so it's on to Baltimore and crowd cakes. Here we come.
That's right.
Yep.
Looking forward.
Been riding him, said he hasn't lost any luster from his pre-Kentucky Derby training. He feels a lot of horse under him. Horses are just thriving right now at the moment, and JJ, who we trust so much because obviously he's the F1 practice driver. You know, he's in the cockpit and just he feels the horse is just full of himself. So he hasn't missed, you know, any meals. He hasn't missed any shredded carrots or mints. I mean, everything that you could ask for, he's given us all the green lights. And after discussing with senior and junior, we're gonna go on to Baltimore. He'll be shipping out tomorrow, hopefully at some point in the afternoon, arriving probably early morning Sunday, and just, you know, hit the track Monday.
Was there anything about just the consistency of the training this week that you could underscore?
He's just done everything that he was doing prior to the Derby. You know, he was a little bored with the kid gloves that we put on him the 2 days after the Derby. You know, he was like, we were obviously wanting to monitor him. It was a great effort. It was 1.25 miles, which he had never run before. So you're curious and cautious to always see how they come out of it, you know, and that's why you don't want to jump to conclusions, and you have to let Mage talk. I mean, unfortunately, he speaks horse and not English, so it's up to us to be his stewards and you leave it up to the horsemanship of Gustavo Senior and Junior and JJ who rides him, and Moises who's with him, and Candido who takes care of him, and lean on them. I mean, they're the ones that are fluent in thoroughbred, and we don't take that lightly. It's super important that Mage is the one that gives us the indication that he wants to go run. So we've been just monitoring that situation with all the love that he's shown us on the racetrack. We're trying to bestow that upon him and give him the time to show us what's up. And everything that he did prior to the Derby, it's continued all the way through. So that type of consistency merits a shot at Preakness.
When you go through this as the Derby winner, is there any almost like a sense of obligation at all to do it for horse racing, to pursue a triple? Obligation may not be the right word, but to do it for the sport, at least to kind of pursue it?
The obligation on our end is to be stewards of horse racing and to open ourselves up for questions and for comments about our horse and his performance. But we owe the horse himself before anything else. The horse comes first. So while our selfish dreams might be, Preakness and all these things, like, he's the one that's doing the running. We're not. We're his stewards, and there's a ton of tradition, and we respect the game so much. But you always have to take this, day by day. I know it sounds cliche, but it's just reality, guys. I mean, if he wouldn't have been up to par, then what are we doing? Sacrificing, a potential positive, top of the line effort just for the sake of us having, fun in Baltimore. I mean, really, we would rather just wait for the next race if that was the case. But put that aside, that's not the case. That's just the scenario that never came up, man. We've been thrilled with the way he's been training, but we've been leaning on these guys because they're the ones that are hands-on. They're the ones that have the horsemanship experience, and they're the ones that are with him around the clock. And it's been green light from all the eyes and ears on the barn, and Mage is showing it. So we're over the moon.
What kind of confidence level will y'all go into the Preakness?
I have a great deal of confidence. I mean, especially like Ramiro said, the way that he's been training, I haven't seen any difference between pre-Derby and even the days and weeks before that. I think he's got an incredible rhythm going across the surface. He looks very, very confident. Ramiro has said it over and over again. He's such a cool customer, which is so important. Like, if there's anything that I've learned in campaigning horses at the highest level, it's so much of this is a mind game as much as it is a physical game. A horse can really use themselves up, and he focuses his energy on the task at hand, which is running the race. So I've got a great deal of confidence. He's got the speed, he has the frequency, and he's got, I think more than anything, he's got the heart. But Ram?
No, look, you could respect all the other horses that are going to be entering in the race. I mean, this is the best 3-year-olds in the country. So all you can do is control your house, your barn, make sure that your horse is at the top of his game, and if he continues like he was from pre-Derby, post-Derby, continues to have a great week at Preakness, we'll be right there, hopefully at the top of the lane, in contention for a good performance.
Do you think there's going to be the same sort of pace that he can go after? I mean, I guess if Baffert's bringing National Treasure, you probably not having looked at the PPs, but is there enough there that he can go after?
We've run 4 times with 4 different trips, so the horse is quite versatile. He's shown speed in his own right in his maiden, going wire to wire in 110 and 122 and change. We liken him to like a Porsche 911 G4 Turbo. He has a great acceleration, and at the same time can put himself in different positions. And luckily I'm not the jockey at 207 pounds, and we have a Hall of Famer in the iron, so we leave that all up to him.